What's up, friends? Episode 82 of Dub Life. How you doing? How you doing as we are into May? As you're watching this, it's probably approaching mid to late May, actually. And for me, it is the final day of April. April 30th, I think. Yes, April 30th. You know, the days, everything gets confusing during the quarantine situation. And I'm doing well. I'm feeling good about myself. In fact, I just ended episode 81 yesterday. And this is a Thursday. I thought I'd go ahead and start 82 because I have a couple packages that I think you might look at and enjoy looking at, as a matter of fact. So we're going to do that tonight as part of this video. It is late in the day. It is about 4 o'clock. I got a couple more hours of work, but I had a little break for a few minutes. So I thought I'd welcome you to the video. Chat with you, see how you're doing. I'm out in my backyard, got the woods behind me. It is a weirdly ominous, cold. See, the sky is pretty gray. Sun is not out. It's very overcast. You can hear the wind coming, and it's chilly. It is 57 degrees right now, when we've been in mid-70s to 80s recently. So that makes me think there's maybe a thunderstorm coming. I haven't looked to see, but it feels like storm weather. That's what it feels like. We've had so many of those during this tornado season time. Anyway, I'm doing really good. Hoping to finish out the work week strong and continue going. So we'll have packages to look at. One of those packages especially produce a new thing that we've never done on Dub Life that we're going to do together. Another of the packages I want to show you, we'll have to get on a wall. And the third package is from the Brothers Grimm, so some comics to look at, which may also have to go on the wall. I don't remember what's in that package. So we'll look at all those together. I don't know what else we're going to do. I don't think we're going to cook with Dub tonight. We might tomorrow night, and we're definitely going to go to at least Saturday. And Saturday, we'll go run some errands and have a good time. So that's where we are. Welcome to episode 82. I hope you're all doing well, and let's go. So it's quite a bit of time later since I talked to you. It is almost 7 o'clock. But we're going to get right in it, right with the packages. So I have this first. It says, do not bend. We're going to save that one for last. First box we'll open up here is going to be from Brothers Grimm. It is my box of wonderful stuff from them. And I got to figure out how to open it. So I've seen more and more of you in the Brothers Grimm auctions on Fridays. Right now they're on Fridays, Friday evening, Monday evening, and then Saturday morning. They are school teachers, if you didn't know, and so with all of the things that are going on right now, they've been at home, and obviously school is not going into a physical building. So typically their schedule was Friday and Monday during the summertime, and then when school would start back, they just do Friday because they go really late. For me, they go until I think 3 a.m. on Friday night local time, Eastern time. They're in Central, they're in Chicago. But it's been nice to see more of you in there. And if you like it, I've been trying to share it on Facebook when I see that they post. If you do like those auctions and you buy something, tell them that old Dub sent you. I don't get any type of discount or hookup for that. I just like them to know that I appreciate what they do, and I'm trying to support what they have going on because I think it's great and I enjoy it when I get a chance to watch it. All right, so it's going to be a big mess of stuff as always. I actually think this is everything but one comic that I have. I think my box kind of lined up. If you don't know, it's like Big Bad Toy Store's pile of loot, where you can wait until you have enough ready to ship to ask them to ship it. So let's see what goodies we have today, shall we? Again, they always package really well. You can see that this is just a live unboxing. Typically, sometimes I skim through this, but for right now, we're just gonna do it live. And that's okay. Hope you think it's okay. we might take a little break in between items so I can clear my throat. You know, that type of thing. Alrighty. Moving along strong, Papa. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Let me get these things sorted through. Some of this is, it's been a little while, I think, since I've had some of this come in. So there is some cool stuff. Ooh. All right, let me organize it and I can show you that. That's just that. All right, so first things first, some Thor issues that I was missing. The Mighty Thor 184. Is this the way the world ends? Coronavirus? Nope, it is not. Introducing the sensational silent one. That's cool. Thor, Son of Asgard 2. Just a random fill-in book that I needed, that I actually had bought off eBay when I was buying all the Thor individual issues on eBay a few episodes ago, and just the person lost it. And so I had to buy it somewhere else. It was like $2 from them. And then Thor 187, Father of a Son, The World is Lost. So this was 187. The other one, Is This the Way the World Would End, is 184. I wonder if that was a story. I don't know. So 3 Thor books. Then I've got, again, if there's a Walking Dead book, this was, what, $3. I just rescue it. There were Whispers and I Was Afraid, the introduction of the Whispers Walking Dead book. I love that book. I love the Whispers storyline. I have it. I probably have more than one, but hey, it is what it is. This book, Silver Surfer 75, I love that cover. I have it slabbed, signed by Stan Lee. 75th anniversary of San Francisco. I just love the foil, and since I have it slabbed, signed by Stan Lee, I thought having a regular one would be good. The free book I got this week was X-Men vs. Agent of Atlas, #1 in a 2-issue limited series. That's the free book. They give a free book with every purchase. Then a couple just cool covers, you know I like to do. I've got this Absolute Carnage Miles Morales Carnage-ized variant cover. I think that's looks really good. And then this Carnageized Mary Jane. I think that's a Mary Jane cover. Virgin cover, which is just outstanding. You've heard me talk about that. I'm a sucker for that. And then the big book that I picked up in the most recent auctions. Captain America, I think this is 117, 177. The cover's ripped a little bit. It's not in great shape. But it is the first appearance of the Falcon. First appearance of Falcon. Very cool book, especially with Sam being given the shield at the end of Endgame. Cool book to have. With super keys like this, I just want to own it. It's a piece of history to own. I don't care that much about grade at all, really. Like, I'll intentionally buy low-grade slabs and things because I just want to own it. I'm not looking to resell and profit. I'm looking to have it in my collection. So that is a very cool book. First appearance of Falcon. Then it looks like I've got a few Slabby Dabbies. I probably haven't had from them in about a month. So this is an accumulation of a while. If I remember right. Ooh, juicy. Alrighty. So here is what we got in our Action Jackson. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy #1, a 9.6 CGC. This Guardians of the Galaxy #1 trade press variant is limited to 2,000 copies worldwide. Scorpion Comics exclusive. It is a Clayton Crane cover with Galactus and Silver Surfer. Awesome cover. I don't know if Scorpion Comics, maybe some of you know this, is that Clayton Crane's like comic house, or does he have a comic shop or something? Scorpion Comics exclusives always seem to be Clayton Crane. Anybody know? I don't know. Then Amazing Spider-Man 606, 9.4 CGC signature series, signed by J. Scott Campbell. And I think that's an awesome cover as well. Spider-Man kissing Black Cat and Mary Jane, watching like, ooh boy, that type of thing. Very cool. And then the final slab I picked up, a 9.8 CBCS This is an I Hate Fairyland, I Hate Image, special edition number 1, Witness signature by Scotty Young. Homage to Walking Dead. I think it's a 100 cover, the wraparound cover, and it's got the Fairyland character above, and it says I Hate Image, signed by Scotty Young. Very cool. So that's my Grimm haul. Let me take a brief break, and we'll get to the next thing. And we're back. On to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. We're back. So you might be able to see the title of this box, Victrola. I imagine a lot of you probably immediately know what that is. And if you've seen recently, I've been picking up a few records. I've got 2 different Hobbit records. I got a record from Dan Doherty, the artist that I get a lot of commission work from, as he also has some record label stuff going on. Had a CD come out, and I didn't have a way to listen to it. I have not had a record player. Honestly, I don't know that I myself have ever owned a record player, if I'm completely honest with you. I don't think that's a thing that I've ever owned. It's never been a necessity for me. So, I have no way to play those records. My dad has a great deal of vinyl and had record player. We even got him a newer record player sometime in the last few years for Christmas gift. But I want to listen to those Hobbit records. I want to listen to Dan's record. I don't know a way to do it. So I looked on Amazon. I'm like, I need something new. Something new to do in a Dub Life episode. Something new for me. I never owned this item before. I thought that would be fun. So I looked on Amazon for like, I don't even know, maybe 30 bucks, 25 bucks. They had an Amazon warehouse, maybe even 20 bucks. A Victrola kind of portable record player that has a speaker built in, I think, and it's in like a briefcase. It looked like a good thing because it's not like I'm gonna leave a vinyl record player out in my setup like permanently. That's not a thing I'm gonna do. But I want to be able to listen to records every once in a while, especially if I get some of these cool old ones. Like I want to listen to the Hobbit record, and we're gonna do that in this video. I can promise you. So I picked this up, super duper cheap on Amazon. Took a while for them to send it. You've seen I've had those records for a while. As you know, Amazon is deprioritizing certain things, and I agree with that, and I'm fine with that. It wasn't like I needed this urgently, more urgently than people need other things. So I got here when it got here, and now it's here. And look at that, it's pretty cool actually. It's, well, it's, let me open it up. Open up a suitcase. There we go. Look at that. Huh. So, I'm sorry for that noise. So on the back, it's got the place to plug it in. It's got an audio out, but it's just a little suitcase. So if I buckle that, I just carry it around. But then it has feet on the bottom. I like the cover, and you can see the speakers there. And so if you open it up, record player. How about that? Little, compact. I don't want to take all this stuff off quite yet. Well, let me look at it. Let me see. So that's nothing. That's packaging. Very important. Please follow these instructions before using turntable. We're just going to leave those right there on that. The needle is protected. Here is the plug and maybe an extra needle and the instructions. So probably tomorrow in the video, we're going to try to listen to some records together. Is that exciting? I think it's exciting. On to the next one. On to the next one. Back we are. Finally, and most important, easily most important. This will be one of the most important packages that I ever open on any episode of Dub Life. I'm very excited to open this. You can see I have not. It's still sealed. I haven't looked at it. So I encouraged you when all of this started to support the people that you normally would support. As cons got canceled, things like Toylanta and SDCC has been canceled. Large scale things have been canceled. A lot of artists, toy show people, vendors, completely lost their livelihood overnight. And it's important to support those people that make what we enjoy doing still possible. Because if all of them lose their livelihood, there won't be cons to go to. That's just the reality. of what's going to happen. So I encourage you, whoever the artists and the toy vendors and such that you support, try to keep supporting them. And I told you that I reach out Dan Doherty, who is the creator of Beardo Comics, and a number of other things. Currently, Touching Evil is in comic stores, maybe issue 5 or 6. But there have been trades that came to his Kickstarter and some other things. Floppy Cop. But Beardo is his long-running thing. I would encourage you to check out his Patreon, Dan Doherty, Dougherty. Beardo is a comic strip, like an old school comic strip that would run in the newspaper, you know, kind of daily, weekly, with just a few things that kind of tell an ongoing story. And I really enjoy it. I look forward to it when I get the Patreon notification that he's put a new strip up. Brightens my day every morning, and it's only $2 a month. It's really cheap. That's the only tier. So if you're into that, check that out. But whoever the artist is that you're into, try to support them still as they've been displaced. I have a great deal of Dan's work. Almost all of my commissions are done by him. He's done multiple Walking Dead things for me, a great deal of Winnie the Pooh stuff. He did a very important one for me with kind of Rick with his arm around me at Dragon Con last year. And I wanted to support him, so I did the largest commission I've ever done with him, and then the most important commission I've ever done with him. He's also the one that did Victoria's birthday commission, which was very important to me as well, but I believe this one is even more important, and you will see why once I can open this up. I want to be very careful because this is original, unreplaceable, irreplaceable, unreplaceable. I don't know which is which way I'm supposed to say it. Artwork. And I do not want to damage it, which is not simple. Actually, I may be going about this the wrong way. Let me see if I can slide through here. But, so I commissioned this right when some of the conventions got canceled. I don't remember what the big one was. That was the first kind of indicator that things are different. Did C2E2 happen? I don't remember if that happened or not. Anyway, and I told him specifically, like, don't be in a rush. Fulfill other people first. I just want to support you, and there are some things that I'd like for you to do for me that are important to me. But I don't have to have them immediately, so I was trying to be considerate with that as well. There you go. Still can't see. It's nice and sealed up in here. And we are going to see live my first reaction to this original artwork that I had commissioned. And I'm very excited. I hope you also are excited. 2 different pieces. They're both 11 by 17. Let's see which one that is. We'll do that one second. So here it is, the largest commission that I've done with Dan or with anyone ever. And I believe this is a piece. I know I have one big friend, David, that will be especially jealous of this. This commission he is going to turn into prints, and you'll be able to buy on his, I think it's an Etsy shop or wherever he has his prints. I think they're cheap, like 10, 20 bucks. 3 for 20, I don't know, they're low cost. So if you want it, you'll be able to get a print of it, of the original thing hanging in Dub's house. But here you go. It is a pile of poo, but it is Ninja Turtles characters. Look at that. This is my first time seeing this. It's just absolutely fantastic. He's going to send me the digital of it, digital prints, all of that. You've got Pooh as Leonardo. You got Rabbit as Donatello. You've got Tigger as Michelangelo. Eeyore as Raphael. That's a Heffalump as Shredder. Christopher Robin as Casey Jones. Kanga as April O'Neil. Is it Beaver? That's Splinter. And that's Roo as Rocksteady. And Piglet as Bebop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different characters. Commissioned original artwork from Dan Doherty. I'll show you again. I think that is just splendid. And I'll show you a better look at it once I have it up the wall here in a little bit. I think if it's not the most characters he's done in one piece, it's close. He has a Doctor Who that has quite a bit as well. And I will show you, I love the pile of poo. He calls this the pile of poo. I have all of it. I have prints of all of it. But this is my first truly original of a whole thing. Some of my Game of Thrones stuff I've had him commission, he's turned into larger piles of poo, where I just had a few of the characters commissioned. But this one, he's taking just that, turning that into a print. It's fantastic. I love it. And I bet David will want that. I'm going to taunt him with it. Now, the second thing, very important, as you all know, right before this pandemic began in the United States, my grandmother passed away. And right as things were going crazy and I had to deal with it at work, we had to drive to Florida, have the funeral, spend time with family, and I had to drive right back through the night and immediately work without sleeping. Some of you remember that from an episode of Dub Life. A very challenging time in my life. 3 of my 4 grandparents have now passed away. My granddad, who you've seen a time or two in a video, is our lone remaining grandparent. And we got to take a picture with him after the funeral. And it was a memory that I always want to remember. And so I asked Dan if he would capture it for me. I sent him a picture and I said, I just want you to turn this into an original piece of artwork, which he did. And this is going to be my first time seeing it. Oh my goodness. That's just truly amazing. Truly, truly amazing. So it is myself, my father, my mother, my sister Kim, my sister Victoria, and our grandfather sitting in my aunt and uncle's backyard. They have a wonderful view of the inland waterway in South Florida in their yard. And then in the sky, you can see 3 crosses that are representative of my mother's parents, my Mima and Papa, and then my dad's mother, my grandmother, who just died, up above us, looking down on us. And that's very, very special to me. It's incredible. It's incredible work. And there's so much detail in it. So, Dan, if you happen to watch this, I'm very grateful for this. Very meaningful to me. I'm glad we were able to support. I'm glad I was in a position to help out. But this is just, it's very special. So what I want to do is get these in a frame and show you where I'm going to put them. And then we'll continue with the video. Before I put them in the frame, I wanted to give you a close-up. I got the bright lights on so you can just see the detail and the work. Maybe that's closer than when I was holding it up. So nice. So very nice. Just look at the scenery here with the sunset, the water, and the detail like the Apple Watches. Everything's just perfect. I love it so much. Thank you, Dan, so much. Let me get these guys framed up so I don't ruin them with clumsy dub and show you where they're gonna go. I think right here is where I'll put the one of my family and my granddad. I can put that cushion anywhere. Since I have a lot of other family type pictures here, I think that's the best place for that one. And then the turtles will come over here. A lot of this artwork over here is original. That's an original from Dan. That's an original from Dan. That's an original from Dan. Those are both originals from Dan. This, however, is a print. This is the last remaining print that lives outside of a different place. So I'm going to replace it with the turtles, and I'll show you where that one's going to go. So a room I'm not sure I've taken you in, maybe once or twice with some comics, is the downstairs bathroom. The downstairs bathroom, where you poo. And in this guest downstairs bathroom, if you poo, you can poo with poo. All around, piles of poo, so you can poo with poo. Or well, I don't really want to be here when you poo. But these are all prints. I have every print of a pile of poo that Dan has made. So you've got like the Justice League, you've got original Star Wars trilogy, you got Batman villains. That's the one I just moved. You've got the Avengers, Harry Potter, Mario, Into the Spider-Verse, Pokemon, Guardians of the Galaxy, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Force Awakens, or I guess you could just consider it the most recent Star Wars trilogy, but I think he made that during Force Awakens, Princess Bride, Nightmare Before Christmas, and then Game of Thrones, which some of this came from my commission, and he turned it into a bigger one. So if you come in my guest downstairs bathroom to take a poo, you get to take a poo with poo. So we moved the Penn State cushion behind the sofa there, underneath the porgs, as a matter of fact. Turtle's now there, where that Batman Villains was, with a bunch of artwork, a lot of it original. This is, I love that piece. It's not Dan. I won it in an auction at Dragon Con, and it's one of my favorite buildings in Atlanta with a dragon on top. That's original. There are a lot of original stuff. Steve sent me that. That's an original dub piece. And then I put over here with the family that art. I need to do some straightening up and what have you, but there it is. Fantastic, with a bunch of different family pictures that are fun. But with that, it'll end today's portion of the video. We spent a long time looking through all that stuff, getting it up on the wall. Over this video, we're going to play records. We're going to look at these. I'll show you these comics in a little more detail. I'll get those up on the wall at some point. Probably do all of that tomorrow. And then Saturday, we'll have some fun, get into some mischief. But again, thank you to Dan. It was emotional for me seeing that. I haven't had time even to properly grieve my grandmother dying, if I'm just honest and transparent with you, because I immediately was in a whirlwind of work. So it's very cool to have that, and I'm very grateful to him for his work and his friendship. So thank you, Dan, and everybody else. Talk to you in the morning. Well, good morning, friends. I just took a nice long walk, a little bit over 3 miles. Friday I don't run, but I still try to get some steps in. I did Ring Fit as well, but I used the interval training on the Under Armour Map My Fitness with the coaching. I hadn't used that yet. Of course, I've only had these shoes a few days. So that's the first time I've used that. It was really cool, and it made my walking workout quite intense, actually. I was doing like 2 minutes high intensity, 1 minute low intensity, and then like a warm up and a cool down either side. It was good. I enjoyed it. Today in the episode, we're gonna listen to records. That's the thing that'll happen. I think I may have one more package coming in. I don't know if it's anything exciting. I mean, I know what it is, so it's not terribly exciting, but you may be excited. Maybe a little ooh la la, you know. And I don't know, it's Friday, so I hope the work day is relatively quiet and I can go about, get to the weekend. So let me rest here for a bit. I'm gonna sit outside and do my journaling, devotion time, breathing exercises, that type of thing. And then go take a shower and get ready for the day. Talk to you in a little while. Showered up, back inside, and 2 packages, which is strange. I know what this is. I do not know what's in the box, nor where it came from. Let's find out together, shall we? Okay, so I opened the first one. It's the rest of the Under Armour order that came in 3 different shipments over 2 weeks. Quite a thing, but these are some more tights. These are 3/4 length tights. The only pair of those I bought. Again, they were clearanced out really cheap. I don't know, they were like $5, something. MSRP $31.99. They were 75, 80% off. I don't know. So another pair of running tights. So that's your ooh la la. Ooh la la. And then the other item that I picked up on that sale is this South Carolina shirt. And University of South Carolina. I'm not typically an SEC fan at all, but I have a lot of family that supports LSU and family that supports South Carolina, and my younger sister, Victoria, got her master's degree from South Carolina, so we support them. And I saw this shirt on clearance as well, and I thought it was awesome. It's got a running cock. A running cock. So, you know, go Cocks and all of that. I think it's cool. Kind of a ringer tee, or a striped tee, like a collegiate. Now, so that's the end of that Under Armour. This, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I am curious to see what it is and where it came from, because I don't think I have anything outstanding. Oh, well, that's a thing I recognize. It's some type of drink. Oh, Sour Peach Rings Alani, right? Isn't that the name of it? Alani New Energy? That can only come from Josh and Coco, I believe. Had to have come from Josh and Coco. I don't know who else would have sent me that. Because they're who sent me the first time, they're who introduced me to that. So it was a prize. If it's not from Josh and Coco, then whoever it is, I'm sorry I didn't assume it was from you. But thanks for the prize. Ooh, Sour Peach Ring Energy Drink. I'm going to have one now. Peach. Oh, it's so good. And these are good for you energy drinks. Only 10 calories. I don't think it has any sugar. 5 carbs. Not all like some of the others I drink that are not. I don't think any energy drink is great for you, but I am thankful to whoever sent the prize. If it's Coco, I can do better. Coco. Josh, or whoever sent it, thank you. I gotta go back to work. Talk to you after the work day is done. Well, it's wonderful news that the work day is over. The work week is probably over. I may have to do some work this weekend. There seems to be some executive orders that are going to impact some of my employees. So maybe not completely over, but the day right now is over. And it's time to use a record player. I honestly, when I think about it, I'm not sure that I've ever used a record player by myself, ever in my life. And I'm not 18. I mean, I'm older than that. So vinyl is a thing that's existed in my life. I just don't know if I've ever done it. So hopefully I don't mess things up. It's got this little information packet, or the thing that's blocking it, that tells me what to do. So I say let's find out. We're going to start out with Dan's record, the guy who did my art that I showed you yesterday. So Dan Doherty right here in the middle, who you've seen on some of my videos. Bad Ideas is his record. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 songs for Bad Ideas. I won't play much of this because I do not want a copyright strike. I don't know that Dan is doing that, but I still don't want to take advantage of his materials. There's the liner notes. That's cool. And then the album itself, let me see, you slide it from the top, I guess. Recorded in Beardophonic sound. What I don't know is, I don't remember how you know. I guess you count to know which track you want to get to. Oh, there's a side A and side B. I guess I remember that about records. Side A and side B. And that's Beardo, his main character. That's after his family. So, let's read the instructions. Place a record on the turntable platter and select the desired speed by sliding the speed selection switch. Okay. So I've got it on there. I imagine, how do I know what it is? Does it tell me? It's not 33. Well, this is like the regular record. 78? Is this a 78? It's not a 33. And it's not a 45. That's the one with the fat one. All right. So I've done that. When playing a 45, use the 45 adapter. All right. Open the tone arm clip to release the tone arm. Do I have the power on? No, I have the power on. Push the lift lever backwards to raise the arm. Oh, there it goes. It says as you move it toward it, it'll spin, and it does. Whoop, whoop. And whoop. And whoop. And a spin, you spin me right round. Okay. There may be a limit to how many times you can do that. I don't want to break it. Push the lift lever backwards. Gently move the tone arm to the desired position over the record. The turntable will begin to spin. Push the lift lever forward to lower the arm. If auto stop is turned off, the turntable platter will spin as soon as the unit is set to phono mode. Am I on phono mode? I don't know. Yes? I don't know what this little lever is for. Oh, that's how okay. So I do that, and then maybe that's not the right speed. Here. So I'm guessing it's a 45 after all. Let's find out. Still not sure. I don't know what I'm doing. Is that obvious? So if I make it 33. That's correct. Give it a little shake. I've never listened to Dan's music before. That's the first time, so that's cool. I obviously don't know anything about vinyl. Nothing, so I'm sure people are mocking me, but that's okay. I guess that's the speed, but I also thought the record size dictated the speed. Guess I'm wrong. So now I know how to do it. Let's put it to a different song real quickly. I like it. So it's cool. It's got the little lever that moves it up and down. It's got the speakers, the volume control. It also has a line in, so like you could plug out of your headphone jack into that and play music through the speakers, and it's got Bluetooth. I don't know if you can connect it to other speakers, other Bluetooth speakers. Probably. It also has RCA jack in the back, so I know you can with wires. I don't know about wirelessly. That's cool. Let's move to the next record. So continuing with something new, we're going to try out the main reason I got this. Well, these three records, the Disneyland, the Hobbit record that I bought on eBay a while ago, based on the original version of The Hobbit written by J.R.R. Tolkien. This has Bilbo, Gandalf, Thorin and company, the Trolls, Rivendell, where Elrond dwells, the Goblins, Riddles with Gollum, Mirkwood Forest, the Spiders versus... It's like it's the whole thing. I don't know what it's going to be, to be honest with you. I'm excited to see. Can you damage a record if you start it in the speed that is not correct? Does anybody know? Maybe too late, because I'm not going to read your comments for like 3 weeks. But here again is the album, and it has a 12-page book of full-color illustrations. I like it so much. And honestly, I'm really excited to do this. Let's see if this tells me... Not a lot of information. I guess you just are supposed to know how a record works. Well, in the 70s, you would. All right, let's find out. What do I do? I move it.
How convenient.
It's Smeagol.
Well,
Follow the leader. All right, I know. All right. I'm here now if it's just going to be the movie. Let's see if we can find. So that's still Gollum, Smeagol. That's where Bilbo has fallen down into I mean, honestly, the pivotal thing of all of Lord of the Rings. The whole work when Bilbo falls down into Gollum's pit and finds the ring, which is obviously important. Let's see what else is around here.
English. Yes, of course. Now show me your map.
That's
I have
Elrond.
it here. Something strange.
That's
Yes,
when
indeed.
the dwarves and Bilbo, they're at Rivendell, and Elrond's telling them how to read the runes on the weapons, and
They can only be seen when the moon shines.
how to read the map and get into the Lonely Mountains. So I know where we are. Let's see what else we got here.
Let's go get them all.
That's the Trolls, where they catch all of them in the brush, and that's where they find Glamdring and Orcus and Sting near the beginning. Let's see what's later. I have no idea how to know where you are, though. You just guess. So I'd like to be in between the Elrond part and the Smeagol part. It's really hard to do. That's a riddle from Gollum. If you've read The Hobbit or if you've seen The Hobbit, the trilogy movies, this movie, any of the movies, they're having a riddle game. Bilbo and Gollum, that's what's happening there. Let's see.
I am Mr. Bilbo Baggins. I've lost my dwarves, my wizard, and my
way.
Perhaps you...
It's right where he meets Smeagol, Gollum. I want the ogres, the goblins. Yeah, that's what I want.
Follow me! Bilbo! He's gone!
So that's a little different than that. That's slightly different than the movie. That's my favorite part in the movie. That music. Let's see if I can find it. I love it. It's my favorite part.
Oh, he is a liar!
Oh, truly tremendous one! Ask him to explain his weapon!
This sword is named
Orcrist, the Goblin Cleaver! Oh, Goblin Cleaver! Goblin Cleaver!
Stop!
Goblin Cleaver!
Gandalf!
This is the best part.
Gandalf!
Oh, they skip it!
Quickly!
Oh, that's sad. That's why I got confused. Orcrist! Because when Gandalf says stop, and he shows up and he is holding his sword up, and that's all you can see, and the lights all around it, and the Goblin King says, "Oh, I know that sword! It is called Glamdring, the Foehammer, no!" And then Gandalf hits him with the sword. And it's wonderful. I don't have Glamdring. I have Orcrist. But I don't have Glamdring yet. Well, I love that thing. One more record to go.
The monkeys, they roam free every day. They inspire me. They teach me. They show me. They educate me.
Okay, one to go. Once I figured out what I was doing, I feel better. This little one, however, this is a 33 and a third RPM. It actually says that. So let me, well, that's what I'm already at. But this has got the same, so this is like the size of the demo. So there's that one. This is the Hobbit production story and song. Misty Mountain Cold, The Greatest Adventure. We're going to do that side. Side 2. I haven't done a side 2 yet. So this, see the pictures, hear the record, read the book. So I wonder if I get to read it with you. This is the story of the Hobbit. You can read along with me in your book. You will know it's time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring like this. So never mind. I'm going to go ahead and put it back on side 1. And we will have story time with Doug. I think. Let's find out. How do I know where the beginning is? Oh, Nick. Missed. Nope, I completely missed.
On with me in your book. It's in snug underground. But this is the story of one fine Wednesday morning. Our town, the darkness sleep, huge, ugly goblins.
I was all skipping all over the place. I don't know what was happening. This record is not in the greatest of shape.
Began winding their way up into the mountains.
Let me see if I can find where we are.
Their way up into the mountains. Their way up into the mountains.
They're way up into the mountains. They're way up into the mountains.
Their way.
We're going to go to the other side. I don't know. If anybody knows, oh, I see. There is an actual... it's not in the best of shape. Actually has a little breakage. Well, that's unfortunate. I wonder if I did not just do that. That is not a thing that happened. Not this. It's cracked. I mean, it was like $3 on eBay, so that's okay. I need to get a different record of it. But we're gonna try anyway. We're gonna try anyway. Let's see if we can find any of it to work. We're gonna try. We're gonna do our best.
Was flying over Lake Town, burning down buildings.
It's small.
With his fiery breath. The lake men were helpless. But the small bird had delivered Bilbo's message. Bard the hunter took careful aim and shot an arrow deep into the bare spot below Smaug's neck.
All right, I'm trying to find
The
it.
dragon fell into the lake, his flaming breath changing to steam in the water. Smaug was dead.
Oh,
So the people of
Lakewood were saved, and the dwarves regained their home and their treasure.
their treasure.
And Bilbo returned to his nice, quiet hobbit hole. Every now and again, he would recall his part in the adventure. It had given him bravery, treasure, and a magic ring. I have that.
Gandalf had been right. Bilbo had an
Magic
adventure.
ring!
One he would never forget.
One he would never forget. What a magic adventure. And there's the final page. Well, now all that makes me want to do is get one that is not slightly damaged, so it'll play without skipping. I think this is wonderful. I mean, like, whatever. What did I pay? I think I paid $20 for this record player, something like that. And between the two Hobbit records, like nothing. Like, it's just no expense. Very, very cheap. I do not know. Maybe that's why this thing is broken. There wasn't a good place to keep it. It didn't have the little slip cover like the rest of them did, which is fine. Because honestly, I'd rather I have one to display and one to keep up with, to listen. So that is the record player. I'm impressed with that little guy. Victrola portable suitcase record player. I think it came out good. I'm gonna relax, play some Animal Crossing for a little while, and next stop. It's a very small cooking with Dub, but we'll do a little cooking with Dub. Been playing Animal Crossing for a while. I'm hungry. Let's do some cooking with Dub before we end the night. Look at him. That's I got a bad case of diarrhea. A bad pace? Both of diarrhea in distress face. And my little cafe area with the pizza oven right by the clothing shop. Fun times. Cooking with Dub. Like I said, it's a very basic cooking with Dub this time because I'm just making a sandwich. Like I made the grilled cheese sandwich the other day, the last episode maybe. I want to try to make a hot ham and cheese sandwich today. That's the goal. And then I'm just having these popcorners. These are very good, by the way. Those are sea salt. The kettle corn is the best and some Greek yogurt. That's dinner tonight, nothing major. Because tomorrow, we get to leave the house. So that's the fun day. Again, using this Hawaiian bread. I've been having sandwiches all week, pretty much. I like this Hawaiian bread for sandwiches. How many more pieces do I got? 4 more in the butt. And the butt. Got that preheated, or it's preheating 350 degrees for, I think I'm just going to cook it maybe 8 minutes, maybe even less. A little bit less than I did the grilled cheese the other day, I think. So mayonnaise. Some mayonnaise on each side. This again will be a way that I've never, obviously not cooked in the air fryer, but I haven't even made this like in a frying pan or a griddle or anything, at least not the way I'm going to make it. I'm sure at some point I've made some type of hot ham and cheese, but not the way that I'm going to make this. This is going to be different, and I honestly don't know if it's going to work, because I don't want to use butter on a sandwich necessarily. So, these are thin sliced ham, and I'm only going to make one sandwich. I'm going to load it down with some ham slices, you know. We're going to go ahead and put 4, so they're just the little flimsy guys. We're going to put 4 on each side of the bread. That way we are nice and coated. 1, 2, 3. I would much rather be making this with like ham off the bone. Beep, preheating ready. The ham off, you know. But we're using the Kroger smoked ham deli meat lean, water added. And then I'm just gonna put 1 slice of the cheese, the same extra sharp cheese that I used on the grilled cheese that I also have been having trouble every time I want to open this. It's a little finicky. I'm having so much fun on Animal Crossing. I know that game isn't for everybody, but I'm playing with a bunch of friends and family, Lots of people. I mean, many cast members from Dub Life. Folks that you see me hanging out with, we're all playing together. And then people you don't know. People you know from other avenues that you would recognize if I told you. I'm not going to necessarily divulge that because they may not want me to. But just different areas of life, people you know from fandoms and everything else. We're having a great time. All right, so just a one piece of cheese. I want that to be right in the middle, and I hope it gets gooey for the ham. That's the goal, is to get it all gooey with the ham. And then, instead of using butter, I'm going to put a little bit of mayonnaise on the outside. So normally, like when you make a grilled cheese, you put butter on the outside, right? When you toast to get it nice and brown. I'm going to see, does mayonnaise work in the same way? In my mind, I think it does. It's still a fat. You know, you're putting a fat product on the outside. So I'm just going to lightly coat that just like I would with butter on a grilled cheese sandwich. And in the same way, I'm going to sprinkle just a bit. Well, that was more than a bit of the Parmesan. And then I'm going to kind of knife that on in there. And hopefully, that's good and delicious. So let me move the camera over to the basket, show you the rest. So we've got the Pam cooking spray, just to try to keep things from sticking, just a little bit of that. So the side I just prepared with the cheese and the mayonnaise, I'm gonna put that side down. And then I need to put mayonnaise on top here and do the same thing. Although I might could have, it didn't sound like a lot of that fell off. Mayonnaise. I know a lot of people don't like mayonnaise either. Are you a mayonnaise person? Fans at home? Viewers? This is harder to do in this hot basket now. So I want to spread this out the same way as I was before. Oh, I don't know what that is. I'm going to take that off. A little seed or something. Do that. And then sprinkle the parm. Just like that. That should be good. And that, my friends, is what we're going to do. In it goes. And then out it goes. 4 minutes in. Let's see. Well, it's certainly doing what I want it to do. I think I'm just going to grab it and flip it so I don't hurt myself. Oh, it smells great. Oh, my fingers taste good. All right, back in it goes. My food is ready. Enjoy. Oh, look at the curled up edges of the ham. Well, let's see. There she is. The ham has curled up and crisped the way pepperonis do, probably more than I'd like. But I think an element of that is I had too much of it overlapping. I also realized I had the bread in opposite ways. But let's cut this guy down the middle. And let's see if we get some yumminess on the inside. I like the way the bread is. The bread certainly looks to my liking more than it did last time, even though that grilled cheese was very good. Well, it's definitely gooey on the inside. That's exciting. Let me put the camera down and cut it. I think the insides look perfect. They look perfect. Let's put it in the mouth. Let's try this thing. I'm gonna go for one of the ones with the curled up edges. It's good. Big bite. It's good. The curled up edge ham is not great. It's not, I guess it's kind of burnt. But you can hardly taste it because it's just a tiny edge. That happened, and I noticed it. I don't know if I said it in the video, but I had it too overhanging of the bread. You need to make sure the bread is the outer layer so that it's not hanging out and getting exposed to the air fryer by itself. Because everything inside the bread is perfect. The gooey cheese, the mayonnaise, the Parmesan crisp on top. I love it all. Very good. So that is the lesson I would tell you. Make sure your meat, especially if it's thin. If it was thicker meat, like if I had actual just ham off the bone and not like the thin slices I talked about, it wouldn't have done that. Because on the inside, if you see, it's just perfectly cooked. It's only because it was exposed to the heat and the way the air fryer circulates that heat around, anything that's exposed is going to get cooked faster. So that's a mistake I made. But it's delicious. And I'm going to eat it. And then, to be honest, I'm going to play Animal Crossing and watch Brothers Grimm. And get up and we'll have our venture out of the house in the morning. So talk to you then. What's up, friends? Good morning. There's my knee. I'm tired. I'm sitting on one of the benches in the dog park. I woke up and played Animal Crossing for too long. Didn't work out right away, so now I've got to work out in the heat of the day. It is 1. I just did a 30-minute walk at a 15-minute pace. I was proud of myself. Did 2 miles, a little bit over 2 miles in 30 minutes. And I still have a lot to do. I need a Ring Fit, a kettlebell. I got to run errands, and I think I'm going to get a package. So it's the final day of the video, and I'm resting. I'm going to do my devotion and journal and breathing, do the rest of my workout, take a shower, and then talk to you again. Look, do not bend, but I can't open it now. I gotta. Before we look into do not bend, I wanted to give you a closer look at the comics from earlier in case you couldn't see them. Walking Dead 130, there were whispers and I was afraid. I love that cover. Thor Son of Asgard 2, that completes my Thor Son of Asgard run. I think that's a 12-issue series. Silver Surfer 75, the one I have slabbed, signed by Stan Lee. Miles Morales, Absolute Carnage number 2. Love that cover. I honestly don't remember what book this was, but it's a Carnage Dies, Mary Jane Virgin. Maybe that was an Absolute Carnage. Captain America 117, first appearance of the Falcon. You see it's in pretty bad condition, but piece of history, glad to have it. Thor 187. I have all the Thor run from 200 on and all the volumes of regular Thor and Mighty Thor. Now I just got to complete Inside the Hundreds and the Journey of Mystery, the Mighty Thor 184. Those are all expensive, so it gets hard. Then here's the 3 slabs. You can see the COA for this. Clayton Crane, Guardians of the Galaxy, 9/6 Galactus cover, Silver Surfer. I love Galactus covers. There's me! And we've got Amazing Spider-Man 606, signed by J. Scott Campbell. I think this is just a cover of this. I just love it. I love that cover. And then I Hate Fairyland, I Hate Image, special edition number 1. I think this was for the anniversary, or maybe the anniversary of Walking Dead. There was a time where like every Image cover was a Walking Dead tribute. So CBCS 9/8, signed by Scotty Young. We need to get these guys on the wall. At the slab wall, again, I can't go up there for a while. So I got these 3 guys here. I'm actually using the medium command strips that are strong enough to hold them with 1. I prefer to use the 2 smalls, but whatever the last time I went to the store, that's all they had. So we're just gonna go up here, 1, 2, 3, just like it is, 5 high. Actually, this one's 6 high. So room for another slab if one comes in. This is where we're gonna put it. Finished product, all in a row. I thought about putting this one in the arcade where all my Walking Dead stuff is because it kind of fits and I have like the Do You Poos in there. I just don't have room, but I do want to show you, I believe I have this as a slab, this 100 variant. So you can see what that is an homage to. Next clip. You know what, I may have told you a fib. I know I own the issue. I thought maybe I had the slab of it. These are in order. So, no, I guess I don't have that one. Nope, because that goes after 100. All right, let me go find the loose one and I'll show you that one then. Sorry. Got my 71 through 150 box. There are so many issue 100s. So that's 98. So now we're into 100. 100, 100, 100. I'm looking for that's the one right there. That is the one that Fairyland slab is doing. I knew I had it. I thought I had a slab. I guess not. So I hope you enjoyed the look at the comics. Here we are. Do not bend. I already cut the top of it. I know what this is. It's also coming from Dan Doherty, that Beardo Comics, the same guy that did the commissions I showed you earlier. This is not a commission. It is original art, but it is not a commission. About a week ago, I think, just a week ago, Dan, yeah, it was last Friday, as a matter of fact. So 8 days ago, Dan did a live stream. There's been several things that I've been trying to do live stream conventions with artists and vendors and stuff, which is great. You should check those out as they're happening. And he painted, penciled, a bunch of different mediums this live on that live stream, and then it was for sale, and I wanted it. So I bought it because I think it's incredible, and it does have watercolor paints, which I'm not sure that I have any original art in watercolor. I do. I have a Walking Dead in watercolor, but I don't have much. I know my sister Kimberly, she's a big watercolor fan. I like the way watercolor looks. I think you're going to be very impressed with this piece of art. So usually I'm getting mashups, things that come out of my brain, or things that are my family. This is an entirely comic book type work of art, not a mashup, that I think you're all gonna love. So let's see the price. Gotta take this off, and I did it upside down, we're in the upside down. Give us a little shake. All right, I will. And here we go. Oh, this is, of course, my first time seeing it in person. I only saw it through the screen. Woo! Woo! Juicy! It is his interpretation of Spawn. On Spawn. Look how beautiful that is. With the watercolor, bringing out the colors of the sword in the hand. That's magnificent. It's so magnificent, we need to go get a frame right now. So you know what that means? Concert!
Do me, baby, I do the Humpty Hump. I do the Humpty Hump, do me, baby.
Sometimes I think that you'll never understand me.
I was blown away, what can I say? It all seemed to make sense. Everything's gonna be alright. Rockabye.
Ooh, 112. I don't really have a strong need for gas. I have over 3/4 of a tank from the tank I got 2 months ago. I don't know. But at 112, and as of yesterday, all of Georgia's executive orders are over. So I imagine people are going to get on the roads more. Gas will start to go back up. Might as well fill up for $5, top it off, and snip, snip, crack. Gonna go ahead and have an Alani New Sour Peach Energy. Thanks again to Josh and Karina. I know that they sent it. And the gas is done.
It must have been Lynn Square, but I've got a peach.
So we're at Walmart. I'm not thrilled that I'm going back into Walmart, but I need to get a frame. I need to get some D-cell batteries for my motion lights that have gone out over the past few months, and I haven't gone to a Walmart. I need some 9-volt batteries. My smoke detector, maybe any of you know this. Answer if you do. It has a 9-volt battery in it, and then it's also hardwired, and then sometimes it'll beep, and I have to replace the 9-volt battery, but it's hardwired. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it's not really hardwired. Seems to be. I don't know. It has a thing on the circuit breaker. It's a pretty new house, so I don't know if you know. But if I will replace it, then it doesn't beep at me anymore. So I used my last 9-volt battery, so I need to get some of those because you don't want smoke detectors going out. Better safe than sorry. And I need like little drink pouches. I don't have to have that. I really do need the motion light batteries and my security. That's part of my security system. That's the thing I really need to get. So I've been neglecting it. Now I got to do it. And hopefully they'll have an 11x17 frame, because the ones I normally use that most of my stuff is in, I ordered the other ones from Amazon well in advance, knowing I had bought these commissions, because like frames and things like that from Amazon take like a month. I didn't know I was going to get this Spawn until I saw them do it, so I didn't have any frames. So, and then a place like Hobby Lobby's not open. At least I don't think they're open. So we're going to go Walmart it, which means I got to finish my peach. I don't know, Josh and Karina, if you're watching this, and you know what other flavors they have. I know they have like a gummy ring, shaved ice, I believe. But I think there's like 6 or 8 maybe. They're so good. Finally, an energy drink that you can feel good about consuming. Away are the days of high sugar, overly carbonated, obscenely branded beverages. We're here to make things simple with fun and unique flavors that pack 200 milligrams of caffeine, a touch of biotin, and only 10 calories per serving. Sugars, total sugars 0. Includes 0 gram added sugars and 2 grams of sugar alcohol. So it's even less than like protein bar sugars, even like low sugar protein bars. So, and it tastes just like peach rings. So there's probably something in here that's going to be like found out to be really bad for us one day, but it's delicious. And, again, thank you to my friends for sending this to me because I know these are not cheap. So I got to finish this. Let me just chug it. Chug it. Chug it. And you're probably saying, why, Big Dub? I mean, I hope you're not. I think you know why. Or why you got to chug it. I take my sunglasses off, put my specs on. And the reason we had to chug it is because we got to put on our mask. Because I'm going out and all these people. And I want to make sure that I can protect other people in case I happen to be ill right now. I might, you know, there's a lot of asymptomatic people. So I want to make sure that I am being as responsible as I can with the choices I make. That's all that matters. Is doing what you think is right and what you think is best. And it doesn't matter what other people have to say. It doesn't matter. Just do what you think is best. And that's a way to live all the time. What do you think you should be doing? That's the way to live. So I'm tightening it up like a bib. I'm going to pull it up. There we go. I got to tie it tight enough where it won't come off. Again, thank you to my sister Kimberly. Kim, you usually hear me call her, for making these for me. See, my glass is foggy because I haven't done the thing with the wired cape yet. So, got that good. I feel like I have to TT. I've already drank over a gallon of water today. I don't want a TT here, though. All right, got it behind my ear. And then I can press this in with the wire. Glasses don't fog up anymore. Well, let's venture into Walmart. Get to go in through the barricade. But I got stopped because these flowers are pretty. The petunias. It's spring flower time. I'd like to have some flowers outside my house. Those are beautiful, those purple ones. Maybe I'll do that one day. Oh boy. The inevitable burp from the chugging the rest of the peach energy drink just happened in the mask. And so it just immediately went back in my nose. That is not what you want. There we go. These are like the same basic thing as the other ones. Very cheap. Some of these I may get matted and framed the way Victoria got hers, but that's an expensive expense. Expensive expense. All right, got my picture frame. That's one down. Here we are again, America's best toy shop. No, we're not going to America's best toy shop. We need batteries. That's what we're here for. Frame and batteries. Are batteries in electronics? I hope so. All these trolls situation. They did not seem to be in electronics. I guess they're in the front, aren't they? Like they have the huge battery kiosk at the front of the store by the checkout. I thought maybe they'd be somewhere else too, but I ain't trying to stay in here very long. I'm trying to get in and get out. Time to dip. Back in the car. Batteries are expensive. 4 9-volt batteries, like 11 bucks, 12 bucks. An 8 D-cell or similar, maybe even more. Too expensive. Anyway, got what I needed. Now I gotta call Jack's Old South Barbecue and order my Lupper. It's $5.11, so it doesn't count as lunch. This would be the only meal I eat today. I guess I ate a little bar before I was working out, but usually I'd get 2 meals, but Animal Crossing, you know, that's what happens. So I'm gonna call in my barbecue order, go pick it up, and next clip it'll be time to eat, and then we'll put Spawn on the wall. Then we'll wrap up the video. But I want to share a story with you. So I was telling my family, my sisters and my parents, about the burp a couple clips ago. It was horrible. And I was trying to tell a funny story. This is in text. And I was like, Kim, I really appreciate what you're doing and da-da-da-da-da-da. But you know, I burped and it came out my mouth and went right back in my nose and came right back out my mouth again. And it was terrible. And I'm not sure that I need to use this mask. And nobody said anything for a while. And then there's all these like serious responses. And Victoria says, oh my goodness, a burn? And I went, what? And I read up and it had auto-corrected burp to burn. And so now I look like this ungrateful person that has said this mask has burned me and I don't appreciate it, Kim, for making it. When I was trying to tell a funny story about how I burped and went back in my nose and back out my mouth again. How one letter can change everything. Ooh, I had to pee. Remember, I think I said I might need to pee, but not in Walmart. That's been a while ago. I finally got home and got to pee. I know that was attractive. Let's eat. Having missed lunch, I went a little hog wild. I ordered double sides. So I've got, there's chicken and barbecue pork in there. And then there's baked beans, potato salad, okra, fries. I got hot sauce. I got bread pudding. Wonderful! Took all the packaging off so you can get some close-ups. Fries and okra, the baked beans, the barbecue pork, the barbecue chicken, the potato salad, the bread pudding, and sauces. That's the glaze for the chicken, and then hot sauce. I'm so hungry. Oh, it's gonna be great. I was gonna prop you up right there and eat and chat, but look, I just want to eat. I don't want to tell stories. I just want to eat. So, you know, cheers. And let me eat. Then we'll get Spawn on the wall, wrap up the video. I think I got too much food. Now I'm full. Let's look at Spawn. Let's do a quick close-up. Closer than I showed you before. Look at that. I think he said it's inks, watercolor, and is it called gaucho? Gaucho? I don't know. Artists out there will know. It's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Got to get it framed, and then it's going to go on that wall. Let's do it. On the wall. I like it. Got it here in this space by Smog and Drogon and Daenerys. Those are not originals. Original. Oh, that's original. These, I would love to own one of his originals. He's at Dragon Con every year, but they are incredible. Like the original of that is like $10,000. He is very, very, Justin Gerard is his name. Very expensive, but he does all these really cool Tolkien things, you know, with the trolls and the Balrog and just really great stuff. But they're big too, huge pieces. But look how wonderful that Spawn looks up there. It really fits the theme of kind of that area of the wall. I'm very impressed. Again, Dan, if you're watching this, thank you so much. You did an awesome job. But with that, friends, that'll end today's episode of Dub Life. I hope you liked it. I'm trying to get more into somewhat normal routine for these videos. I know they're not toy hunts, and honestly, I don't know that there'll be toy hunts for a very long time, if ever. Maybe randomly here and there, and cons and stuff, if those all become things that happen again. But I'm not in a hurry to sit in 42 Walmarts right now. I won't be for a while. But hope you enjoyed the episode. Got to look at some cool art, comics, had some food, a little cooking with Dub. Lots of fun. Staying consistent, delivering what a lot of you are asking for. So I hope you're enjoying it. I'm going to go play Animal Crossing. Talk to you next week. Squeeze it.